father was a legionnaire, and his before him. I guess I never considered doing anything else. The Legion's always looking for strong, capable warriors. If you think you've got what it takes, our headquarters is in Solitude. So why'd you join up with the Legion? My father was a legionnaire, and his before him. I guess I never considered doing anything else.
I'm still sore right to the arrow. I've been looking for you. Got something I'm supposed to deliver. Your hands only. Let's see here. Ah, a letter from the Jarl. Moving up in the world, eh? Looks like that's it. Got to go.
You're that visitor been poking around. Sure thing. It's yours for a day. I'm the innkeeper. Oh, you wanted the attic room. Why didn't you say so the first time? The thing is, we don't actually have an attic room.
Local favorite and
but I think I know what you mean.
Ragnar
Go
the
ahead and
Red.
make yourself at home.
Oh, there once was a hero named Ragnar the Red who came riding to Whiterun from old Rorikstead. And the braggart did swagger and brandish his blade as he told of bold battles and gold he had made. But then he went quiet, did Ragnar the Red, when he met the shield maiden Matilda, who said, "Oh, you talk and you lie and you drink all our mead.
So you're
Now
the
I think it's
Dragonborn
high
I've been
time that
hearing
you
so
lie
much
down
about.
and bleed."
I think you're looking for this.
Clashing and slashing
We need to
steel
talk.
as the brave lass Matilda
Follow
charged
me.
in full of zeal. And the braggart named Ragnar was boastful no more when his ugly red head rolled around on the floor.
Now we can talk. The Greybeards seem to think you're the Dragonborn. I hope they're right. Surprised? I guess I'm getting pretty good at my harmless innkeeper act. I didn't go to all this trouble on a whim. I needed to make sure it wasn't a Thalmor trap. I am not your enemy. I already gave you the horn. I'm actually trying to help you. I just need you to hear me out. Like I said in my note, I've heard that you might be Dragonborn. I'm part of a group that's been looking for you. Well, someone like you, for a very long time. If you really are Dragonborn, that is. Before I tell you any more, I need to make sure I can trust you. Yes, we're very old enemies. And if my suspicions are correct, they might have something to do with the dragons returning. But that isn't important right now. What is important is that you might be Dragonborn. We remember what most don't, that the Dragonborn is the ultimate dragon slayer. You're the only one that can kill a dragon permanently by devouring its soul. Can you do it? Can you devour a dragon's soul? Good, and you'll have a chance to prove it to me soon enough. I shouldn't let you walk out of here knowing what... The Greybeards seem to think you're the Dragonborn. I hope they're right. I hope you're just playing dumb. I'm the one who left the note in Usted. Be too careful. Thalmor spies are everywhere. You ready to hear me out? Like I said in my note, I've heard that you might be Dragonborn. I'm part of a group that's been looking for you. Well, someone like you, for a very long time. If you really are Dragonborn, that is. Before I tell you any more, I need to make sure I can trust you. If you don't trust me, you were a fool to walk in here in the first place. I knew the Greybeards would send you there if they thought you were Dragonborn. They're nothing if not predictable. When you showed up here, I knew you were the one the Greybeards sent, and not some Thalmor plant. Dragons aren't just coming back. They're coming back to life. They weren't gone somewhere for all these years. They were dead, killed off centuries ago by my predecessors. Now something's happening to bring them back to life, and I need you to help me stop it. A few years ago, I said almost the same thing to a colleague of mine. Well, it turned out he was right and I was wrong. I know they are. I visited their ancient burial mounds and found them empty. And I figured out where the next one will come back to life. We're going to go there, and you're going to kill that dragon. If we succeed, I'll tell you anything you want to know. Kynes Grove. There's an ancient dragon burial near there. If we can get there before it happens, maybe we'll learn how to stop it. I need to get into my traveling gear. Give me a minute and I'll be ready. Do you need something? The faction that rules the Aldmeri Dominion. The ones who almost destroyed the Empire during the Great War 30 years back. There's no worse enemy to humankind in Tamriel. The Empire barely survived the last war. The Thalmor don't intend to lose the next one.
Today's come and gone, for the
We hurt them
age
in the
of
past,
aggression
and they have
is
long
just
memories.
about done. We'll
Let's get going.
drive out the storm cloaks and restore what we own. With our blood and our steel, we will take back our home. Down with Ulfric, the killer of kings. On the day of your death, we will drink and we'll sing.
Orgnar, I'm traveling. You've got the inn till I get back.
Right. Happy trails.
Sovngarde beckons, every one of us dies.
Kynes Grove is this way. We can travel together or split up and meet there. Your choice. If my analysis is correct, the dragon buried near Kynes Grove will be the next to come back to life. Come on, we've got to get to Kynes Grove. Should have picked somebody else for your dinner. Here we go. You'll have to do better than that. I can always use the practice. That's how it's done. This is a notorious bandit hideout, but it's also the shortest way to Kynes Grove, so we may have to kill a few bandits. The roads just aren't safe these days. Lorcan's eyes, you're an ugly one, aren't you?
So much easier to rob when you're dead!
Lorcan's eyes, you're an ugly one, aren't you? You'll have to do better than that! Come on, what are you waiting for? I'm not afraid of you.
Wait to count out your coin.
I doubt the Thalmor are aware of you yet, so we should be safe from them at least.
Maik wishes you well.
We'll cross the White River and follow it to Windhelm. Then we can swing south to Kynes Grove. Better to stick together.
I'm on my way to
Get yourself
Windhelm to
killed
join up
before
with the
we
storm
can get there.
folks. Ulfric has been right.
There's an inn at Kynes Grove, the Braidwood. I hear they serve a nice dark ale. Nothing on the Sleeping Giant, of course.
Should have picked somebody else for your dinner.
We may both end up dead, but at least it gets me out of Riverwood.
Here we go.
Go on. I don't like it. Better to stick together. I don't want you to get yourself killed before we even get there.
You'd rather be plowing a field? Not me. If you know any true sons and daughters of Skyrim, tell them to head to Windhelm.
Not too much farther now. Kynes Grove is just down the road to the southeast of here.
That old Holyfrost farm outside the city. It's honest work, if a bit dull.
Remember, we're not looking for trouble. We need to get to Kynes Grove as fast as we can. This is Kynes Grove. Not much to look at. The innkeeper ought to be able to tell us if there's any dragon mounds nearby. Wait, something's wrong.
No, you don't want to go up there. A dragon, it's attacking! It flew over the town and landed on the old dragon burial mound. I don't know what it's doing up there, but I'm not waiting around to find out.
Come on, hurry. We might be too late. Come on. We need to find out what's happening up there. Look at that big bastard. Keep your head down. Let's see what it does.
Salokunir, Zil Grodova Ulsa.
Steady. I don't know what's happening. Let's watch and wait. This is worse than I thought.
Side Dorkin, Zuu, Korav Min no dove to hide. You do not even know our tongue, do you? Such arrogance, to dare take for yourself the name of Dova. Salukanir, Kridar Jur.
Did you hear that? This one's mine. Come on! Gotta ground that bastard!
My voice has been silent but too long.
Damn, you did it! Wait, something's happening! What's above? So you really... You really are Dragonborn.
I owe you some answers, don't I? Go ahead. Whatever you want to know. Nothing held back. I'm one of the last members of the Blades. A very long time ago, the Blades were dragon slayers, and we served the Dragonborn, the greatest dragon slayer. For the last 200 years since the last Dragonborn Emperor, the Blades have been searching for a purpose. Now that dragons are coming back, our purpose is clear again. We need to stop them. Exactly. Nobody even remembers our name these days. We used to be known across Tamriel as the protectors of the Septim Emperors. Those days are long gone, though. For the last 200 years, we've been searching for the next Dragonborn to guide and guard, as we are sworn to do. But we never found one, until now. The first thing we need to do is figure out who's behind the dragons. The Thalmor are our best lead. If they aren't involved, they'll know who is. The first thing we need to do is figure out who's behind the dragons. The Thalmor are our best lead. If they aren't involved, they'll know who is. The faction that rules the Aldmeri Dominion. The ones who almost destroyed the Empire during the Great War 30 years. There's no worse enemy to humankind in Tamriel. The Empire barely survived the last war. The Thalmor don't intend to lose the next one. The first thing we need to do is figure out who's behind the dragons. The Thalmor are our best lead. If they aren't involved, they'll know who is. The first thing we need to do is figure out who's behind the dragons. The Thalmor are our best lead. If they aren't involved, they'll know who is. The first thing we need to do is figure out who's behind the dragons. Nothing solid, yet. But my gut tells me it can't be anybody else. The Empire had captured Ulfric. The war was basically over. Then a dragon attacks, Ulfric escapes, and the war is back on. And now the dragons are attacking everywhere, indiscriminately. Skyrim is weakened. The Empire is weakened. Who else gains from that but the Thalmor? If we could get into the Thalmor embassy, it's the center of their operations in Skyrim. Problem is, that place is locked up tighter than a miser's purse. They could teach me a few things about paranoia. I'm not sure yet. I have a few ideas, but I'll need some time to pull things together. Meet me back in Riverwood. If I'm not back when you get there, wait for me. I shouldn't be long. Keep an eye on the sky. This is only going to get worse.